In this video, we'll learn how to generate color palettes with Color Guide in Illustrator. I've got the file colorguidedemo.ai open from this week's demo files, and I'm at a point where I'd like to start setting some colors. I already know that I can choose individual colors in the color picker or the swatches panel, but I can also take advantage of some of Illustrator's built-in tools to figure out sets of colors that work well together. Let's go ahead and choose one color to start with. That'll be our base color. So I'll pull up the swatches panel, and I like this kind of brick red color here. So I'll click to make that the active color. Then I'll bring up my color guide panel by clicking Window, Color Guide from the menu bar, or clicking the color guide icon. Then I'll click in the stack menu in the upper right corner of the color guide panel and make sure Show Options is enabled. In the upper left corner of the color guide panel, I'll see my base color. And next to it, I'll see a drop-down titled Harmony Rules. Each harmony rule represents a different relationship of colors on the color wheel relative to my base color. For example, we have complementary, which is the color opposite our base color on the color wheel. Or triad, which are three colors spaced evenly around the color wheel, and so on. So right off the bat, I've got sets of colors that have specific useful relationships to one another. And I'd like one that has some relatively high contrasts between the colors. So I'll go ahead and choose this tetrad, which gives me four colors spaced evenly around the color wheel. So from that base color, Illustrator gives me a color group based on the harmony rule that I've chosen from the dropdown. I can see that same color group in the middle column in the main part of the color guide panel. Then to the left and right of each of those colors, I can see different shades and tints where each color is mixed with different levels of white or black to become lighter or darker. I can make adjustments to how my shades and tints are being calculated by clicking Color Guide Options from the Stack menu in the upper right of the color guide panel. So here I can set a number of steps. Now, the lower I set this number, the bigger the difference will be between each shade or tint. So you can see as I dial this up, I get a more subtle change between each cell. I'll leave it on 3 for now. Next, we have variation, which is the range from dark to light that our tints and shades will span over. So as I increase, we go all the way down to black and all the way up to white. And as I decrease, we stay closer to the original color group values. I find about 75% gives me a nice range to work with. Now I'll go ahead and click OK. Now that I've got a color group from my base color and a set of tints and shades that I'd like to work with, I can save these out to my swatches panel with the Save Color Group to Swatch panel icon down in the lower right corner of the color guide panel. So I can click this, and that will save just the colors in my color group to the swatches panel. And I can jump to swatches and see it right there. Now, if I'd like, I can also select individual tints and shades by either shift-clicking or command or control clicking to grab individual colors. Now, when I click that Save Color Group to Swatch panel icon, I'll save out just the colors I have selected. And back in swatches, I can see I've got one color group for all my shades and tints, and one for my original color group. And from there, I could use those swatches to set fills and strokes in my artwork. Okay, that's how to generate color palettes with the Color Guide panel in Illustrator.